So some of the stuff I'm going to talk through is complete side note, but it's kind of interesting too. So M&ms have changed their flavors a few times. They actually originally started out with 5 colors being brown, yellow, green, red, and violet. There's no information that I could find anywhere. They just randomly decided, for some reason decided to switch out violet for tan. And they left tan for a really long time. Here, with this gap, there was something about red dye that was, I think they're claiming it was like cancerous. But the red dye they used actually had nothing to do with the red dye that was the issue. But it's hard to tell people that, so they just took red out for a while and put in orange. Apparently here somebody started a joke campaign, like as a joke, bring back red M&ms. They ended up bringing back red M&ms. But they decided not to do away with orange. And then here they did a worldwide poll to see which color would replace tan between pink, purple, and blue. And blue had like 54% of the vote or something. And so they've kept those colors since then. Now, the other interesting thing is the colors of different flavors are different. I think some of the flavors actually have different colors than the plain M&ms have. But they have a claim. This one used to be their overall claim, that it's 13% brown and red, 14% yellow, 14% green, 20% orange, and 24% blue. They actually have 2 different facilities where they make the M&ms. The different facilities actually have different percentage distributions of the different colors. And if you look on the back of your packet, there's a white square with like stamped letters and numbers on there. And it should be it should end with 2 numbers, but right before that should be CLB. I don't think I've ever seen anybody who don't have CLB on there. The other ones would be like HK something. So because of that, I think our best bet is to go with this one. So this gives you your claims for what we think the distributions of the different colors should fall. I have a Google form online that I posted on Google Classroom that you'll need to fill out just because I can write a code so that I can check all your numbers at once instead of actually going and typing them all in. But you don't need to do that until you're done. And all it is basically answering like, what numbers to put in the chart. You will do a 4-step to go along with this, but we might kind of have to have conversations about pieces of it. So what's something that wouldn't be very obvious as to what we should answer on the 4-step or how we should write it on the 4-step? Like a condition. Random's a little funny. We're kind of just going to fudge that one a little bit. Write something that makes sense. So I'm not looking for a right answer, but I am looking for wrong answers. So if you don't say something that makes sense, I'm kind of all for it. But if you say something that makes sense of why it could work, then that's fine. Everybody has their own bag, so your numbers should all be different. And we will get some that are vastly, vastly different from others because our sample sizes really aren't that big for each bag. This is going to be a quiz grade. I'm tempted to just give 0 quiz grades for people who didn't bring in M&ms because it's not really that hard a thing to do that I've been telling you for a week to do. You may work together because you're doing the same thing, but you're going to have your own numbers. Now, this should be done in class. Shouldn't take but 30 minutes to do. But there is homework on the back. But like you just saw, these problems aren't that hard. So there are 2 free response problems. So if you don't have this, you at least have something to work on. You need to go ahead and do your homework first. If you do not have candy, you have to, when you turn it in, also email me a picture of this worksheet with your candy on top of it, so that I can physically see that you went and bought a bag and you counted them and did all that stuff instead of just like wrote down numbers or write them down for somebody else. So to get credit, if you don't have candy, you have to do it that way. But everybody else, you have the next 30 minutes to be doing this. So first thing you need to do is open your bag and write down what? The first thing you're writing down is what? All of your observed.